If you clicked on this video, you are coming to the Dominican Republic in 2025 and you want to know where to go grab a bite off resort. What are the best places that you can possibly go anywhere in the country? Well, you're in luck because I'm going to give you not only the best fine dining, the best Mexican food, where to get the best dessert, but also I'm going to reveal for you the one place I say you need to visit in 2025. This place is off the hook good, and I promise you'll roll out of there fully satisfied and with a very full belly. You could be rolling out of this last place. Just wait till I get to it. Now look, I say best, really these are my favorites, places that I visit, and I'm gonna show you each and every one of them as we go. Let's jump in. I love me some Southern food, some good Cajun, down-home cooking. And my first spot on the list I rate as the best comfort food you can get anywhere in the Dominican Republic.
Right up here in Los Corrales, across the street from Turquesa, and just up the road from Terra Negra is Castaways Bistro. Same owners as Castaways, but they popped it up a couple notches.
Hey, there she is.
We started with these hush puppies, just Cajun and good with this honey butter that was absolutely incredible. You gotta try it.
That's good.
Then on to my jambalaya, and my wife got a gumbo, stuck with the Cajun theme, and man, was it worth it. And then we topped it off with this whiskey brownie sundae that was absolutely to die for. Look, this isn't a sponsored post. I just love Castaways and want to support local businesses. So be sure to head up to Corrales and check this place out.
That was incredible. They're open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. We're just getting warmed up. Wait till you hear the rest. At one point I need to make, none of these restaurants have paid me. These are just my independent, honest assessments of the places I love going here in the country. So with that in mind, I'm gonna bring you to now one of my favorite date night spots. And I categorize this place as one of those like, boy, everything is just good. You know what I mean? Like you wanna go out to dinner and just a place where you're not gonna be disappointed by anything on the menu. This is that place. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Market. It's date night, and tonight I'm taking my bride to an amazing spot that we love going to here in Punta Cana. Come check it out.
We started off with my signature tequila old fashioned. My wife got a margarita before bringing out these incredible prosciutto croquettes filled with cheese and goodness, yummy, yummy. Then on to the main course. I chose a churrasco steak with some pureed yuca, while my wife got a paella dish, and both were excellent. I really enjoyed this steak. And the yuca, spot on. Topped it off for me with a Nutella Oreo cheesecake and a chocolate lava cake with ice cream. My wife had a little bit of, but I finished every bite of this cheesecake. Perfect. Just gotta trust me. Come check this place out.
Yeah, boy. How formal I was, and I've noticed in both of these videos so far, I'm eating some sort of ball. I don't know what that says about me, but I'll let you decide. Drop it in the comments. Am I eating too many balls? It's a question I did not wake up anticipating I would ask myself, but here we are. Before I go forward, I hope that this content has been really valuable for you, and I've really enjoyed making all of this in 2024, and I have big plans for you in 2025. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button right there, I think, as we march toward 25,000 total subscribers for the year with a goal of getting to maybe 100,000 next year. Also, a like and a comment helps the video get reach. I appreciate all your support. All right, this is a bit of a unique category. Very niche, very specific, but for me, very important, and maybe it is for you as well. Now, I did this one a little while ago, and if I went back to this place again, I would probably do an updated video, so bear with the content, but this category is best waffles. That's right, waffles that you can get here in the Dominican Republic. Check this out.
Interested in getting some good waffles here in the Dominican Republic? Let me show you a place and I'll tell you which waffle you should order at the end.
Up on the North Shore in Cabarete is Vagamundo, a really cool little waffle spot that you could drop in and get a bunch of different things. Here's their menu. From waffles to protein bowls to smoothies to teas to coffees, you name it, they've got. They take credit cards, which is not too common up on this part of the island. And what's really cool for us is that they have gluten-free options. You can get any waffle gluten-free. They also have croissants and baguettes, all gluten-free. Today I got the Capri protein bowl, vegetables, eggs, avocado, really good and really filling. And the waffle to order, it goes 2 layers deep. Keep it simple. Get the Quebec. Waffle with butter and syrup. But pro tip, the better one, and I don't need it, but it's still the better one, is actually the gluten-free option. Check this place out. Give them a follow. Share it with your friends. Let them see where you can go once you're up here in Cabarete. Couple things of note there. One, they do more often now take credit cards up on the North Shore. In the last 2-3 years, that's changed quite a bit, even just in that time. And second, it's funny, at the time, we thought our older kid had a gluten allergy. He had a blood test in the States, and they said, gluten's the thing. And we took away gluten, but he still kept getting the same reaction, like these rashes and stuff. We came to a doctor here in the Dominican Republic. He did the skin prick test. Guess what? Gluten's not an issue. So I wouldn't order the gluten-free waffle again. We did that for him, but we've been back there once or twice since, and it is excellent. Vagamundo, check them out. And if you're curious about my kid's allergies or intolerances, it's a host of other little things, and he's actually on immunotherapy right now for all of those. Credit to our doctor in Santo Domingo. All right, 3 down, 8 to go. We're coming up on my favorite Mexican place to go. Check out Terra Negra.
Some great Mexican food here in Punta Cana. Come check this place out.
Terra Negra is a new spot up here in Cortocito, which is a sea of restaurants, and this one stands out. You've got an open air portion, an indoor air conditioned portion, and a very, very well stocked bar if you're into that sort of thing. I actually hosted one of my podcasts here because it's so good, and we had the nachos, and my God, the tacos here are really, really good. It's a cool theme, a cool vibe, right in the heart of Cortocito Corrales. And like I tell them every time I come here, just feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty. Be sure to follow for more. Feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty. I love that. That's for you, Gianfranco. Now moving on, we stumbled into a place while on a trip recently where we didn't even expect it, but we had probably the best breakfast we've had since being here in the Dominican Republic. Now, you could do breakfast in many different places, but this place, maybe it was the surprise element of it, but really great quality ingredients, and we enjoyed it a ton. Check out this spot up in Santiago.
Found a hidden gem for breakfast up here in Santiago. Come check this out. We stumbled upon this place when I saw these desserts in the window. So we went inside, sat down, opened up the menu, and it had everything we could want. Starting, for me, a chai latte. I'm foo-foo like that. My wife gets a matcha green tea. Then I grabbed the Dominican breakfast. My dad, who was visiting, oatmeal pancakes, which were really good. But I'll tell you, this fried cheese was legit. And the mango with onions, man, oh man, goo. I'd say worth a shot if you're up in Santiago.
See what I did there?
Full for a long drive back to Punta Cana. Santiago people, if you know this place, we're gonna just give you a new spot to check out. Let me know and follow me for more.
So there you have it, Santiago. I know in some of my content in the past, some of you feel like I don't give you enough of your due. Well, there you got it. And guess what? There might be another spot for you coming up on the list. Stay tuned. Before I continue, I want to share an opportunity to meet up with me and some other folks on January 22nd, 2025 in Santo Domingo. I get a lot of people asking, hey, can we meet? I'm going to be in town. I'd love to get you dinner. And I've had to say no to all. Otherwise, I won't have any time for my family, my business. It's just not doable for me. However, I love doing these mixers or happy hours where we bring people together that are local or maybe even visiting some folks from the United States just to get to know one another, share contact information, do things together. In fact, in Santiago, my friend Julio sent this, essentially saying that he met all these amazing people after not knowing any of them for 6 years here. And they even did Thanksgiving together. And in Punta Cana, my buddy Pablo was shocked by the quality of the individuals he met, business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals, simply by coming to this networking mixer. Now for our January 22 event in Santo Domingo, like every other mixer I've done, it requires a donation to Second Mile Missions, which is a charity dedicated to ending poverty and human trafficking here in the Dominican Republic. And we're raising money to put kids through school that didn't have the opportunity to go previously. In fact, so far we've raised $10,000, which puts about 20 kids through school that previously didn't have that opportunity. And for this event, I want to raise $5,000. So down in the caption, if you want to come, the required donation right now is $50 per person to Second Mile Missions. It's a direct donation to them. I don't see any of this money. And once it's received in a few days, you'll get an email from them with details on the location and what's the agenda for the event. And listen, if you can't make it for whatever reason, feel free to make a donation anyway. Just indicate that you won't be coming, or make a donation and tell us that you're giving the event to somebody else to attend locally. Now, as we get momentum, I will increase the minimum donation to attend, so I would get it now. And again, this is a great opportunity to change the lives of some kids here in the Dominican Republic. I don't ask for much, but I will ask for this. Click the link, donate, attend if you can. You're gonna meet some amazing people and have a great time, I promise you. If you haven't been able to tell from my content, I'm a bit of a sweet tooth guy, just a bit. And there's a dessert here in the country that I think is the best dessert I've ever had. And it's recently been challenged. I almost got trumped, but I kept this one at the top because it's just that damn good. And it exists in a pretty nice restaurant called SBG.
Any date night here in Punta Cana, but this place has, I think, the best dessert in town. Come on in, check it out, but you'll have to wait till the end to see what. This spot is hip and trendy. It's one of my favorite in all of Punta Cana. Haven't had a bad meal or drink here. Ladies and gentlemen, SBG. They have a great menu with lots of different options. Tonight I'm going with my tequila old fashioned and my wife a margarita. Then we grabbed these short rib egg rolls for an appetizer. My God. My wife got the ceviche, me a burger. I'm a gringo, it's what I do. And it was good. But the dessert, the thing I came for, the thing everyone needs to try, tres leche con coco. This thing's actually served in a coconut and it's good to the very last drop. How do I know? Because I ate it all. I think my wife got a bite in. If you're in town, get off the resort, come check this place out. They also have one in Santo Domingo, just as good.
We're more than halfway to revealing my #1 pick for you to visit when you come down to the Dominican Republic in 2025. And I'm going to share what I believe is one of the best and one of my favorite fine dining places that you can eat at anywhere in the country. It's a place in Santo Domingo called Llel.
But I want to tell you a little bit about this incredible restaurant that we're in called Llel. I would call the food an infusion between Dominican, a little bit of Asian, but also American. Their steaks are just as good as their fish, and it's prepared with kind of that local flair, that local flavor. They also host events here. They've got a massive wine room, as you can see right behind me here. They got a ton of wine and a lot of different drinks. My favorite type of tequila is called Casa Maestro. They have it here. That to me tells me the quality of the restaurant. So they're located in Piantini. We'll show some footage while I'm talking about it here so you can get a sense of the restaurant, but it's higher end. It's a really nice fine dining establishment.
I stumbled into this next place by milling around a little food park up on the North Shore, and the owner came over, he recognized me for my content, and he offered me a free meal from his establishment. So I guess I lied a little bit. I got one free meal, but it was like $6. I mean, calm down. But my wife and I shared it, and then we went back and bought a second one because the food was so damn good, which makes this little spot my favorite street food place that you can get anywhere in the Dominican Republic.
Y'all know I'm a sucker for a good arepa. So up here in Cabarete, I found this place. Arepa World is inside this food park called El Parque, which is up here in the amazing Cabarete. The owners sold everything back in Canada and moved down to the Dominican Republic and just opened this spot up, and boy was it good. For me, I did the Dominican arepa, pretty much desayuno dominicano inside an arepa. Salami, eggs, cheese, plantains. My wife got a seafood arepa.
My son with his thumb.
And if that wasn't enough, I went back for seconds. The Italian arepa is with homemade meatballs and of course
I could
cheese
taste
and
it.
sauce.
I could
I'm
taste
so
it
glad I
right
got to check
now.
this place out. I overdid. Got to roll me out of here now, but boy, that's that good. And be sure to follow for more.
Oh my God. Definitely taste that. Arepa World, thank you. Amazing spot up on the North Shore. All right, Santiago, you're back up. My favorite casuals to upscale dining place. It kind of meets that middle ground between the two. Perfect for family, got some indoor, some outdoor dining, and actually played host to one of the mixers that I'm hosting in Santo Domingo. This place hosted it for me, and I love their food. I'm sure many of you know it, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. My favorite casual to upscale dining spot in the country is Noa Santiago.
Want to check out a place that has amazing food, an incredible environment, and hosted for us an incredible charity mixer? Everybody knows it. You gotta go here. One of our favorite places in Punta Cana is Noa. So here in Santiago, this Noa was every bit as good, if not better. With a really cool outside terrace right by the monument in the center of the city, and inside's the bar, indoor seating, a really big wine room, and a menu to die for. I enjoyed every second of what we did here at Noa. My parents couldn't say enough good about it. Can't even show you the food because I ate it already, but I had pizza, my kids had a burger, my parents had some pasta dishes. Everything here is amazing. This is one I just hope you trust me on. Noa in Santiago, check it out.
Amazing spot. It's funny, my parents came with us on that Santiago trip. We stopped in Santo Domingo, Santiago. We got to show them a lot of the country, which is really cool. And they really, truly, they still talk about Noa to this day. All right, look, we're in the Dominican Republic, right? Of course you gotta have a beachfront restaurant to go to, right? Duh. Well, I saved one of the best for almost the last. That one confused me. This place is legendary, and I know you'll enjoy it if you go check it out. The atmosphere, the food, the environment, everything about it. The owners are amazing, and you won't be disappointed at this beachfront spot.
Just filmed a podcast at the most legendary restaurant in all of Punta Cana. Everyone, welcome to Jellyfish. Let's go take a look. This place is an institution. It's been here for 20 years, right on Barbuto Beach. I mean, just check out the views. There's 2 levels, beach seating, and the food does not disappoint. At Jellyfish, doing a Mama Juana shot with my guy Eric, videographer, Dreammaker Studios, and over there the legendary Cheryl Henderson, the billboard lady. You've seen her on billboard. So here we got
with the front camera.
Jellyfish. We're ready to go.
Okay, here we go. Arriba, abajo, al centro,
For my Grub with Gruber podcast, we had things like octopus carpaccio, incredible oysters. Check this out, a full seafood platter and 3 different desserts. You're gonna have to watch the episode for those. But between atmosphere, ambiance, quality of food, quality of service, honestly, this is one of my favorites. It's a go-to, it's incredible.
This place is incredible. We've been here a few times, but to be able to film my podcast here, that's not an easy thing. This is like getting the plaza booked in Manhattan, if you will. Like as far as legendary spots in Punta Cana, there's not many more I can think of bigger than this. So come check it out if you haven't already. If you have, what's your favorite dish? Drop it down below. Whatever you want to do, follow for more. I appreciate you following along.
Tell you what, I'm not an octopus guy at all. So when they brought out octopus carpaccio, I was like, I guess I gotta do this for the camera. It was really legitimately good. Like on bread, it was thin. It didn't taste fishy or whatever. So give it a shot. All right, now we are down to the very last place, my must visit spot for 2025, where you've got to go when you visit the country. It may not be what you expect, where you expect, or anything. But just a couple things I want to tell you first, including a couple of honorable mentions. But look, none of this is like your standard Dominican food. You can go to any comedor, wherever, you can find Dominican food everywhere, and it's amazing. It's the Dominican. It's like going to China and finding Chinese food. So I didn't rank like a Dominican restaurant on here because it's everywhere and it's amazing. The best is the cheapest, to be honest with you. And when you go to most of these restaurants, if not all of them, they infuse Dominican food into their offering. So some of their appetizers will be like mofonguitos or something like that, where you can get a taste of the Dominican at an establishment that has a bigger variety of food for you. But if you want rice, beans, chicken, sure, tons of places for that. Now, one spot that did not make my list that I want to give 2 honorable mentions to are 2 restaurants inside of a place called Cana. Cana, as many of you know, is one of the premier locations in all of the Dominican Republic, and it's got a very bright future. One of the spots I like going there is called Barbuto. In fact, they have my second favorite dessert, really close to that tres leche con coco or cuatro leche. It's actually a chocolate tres leche with dulce de leche on top. So freaking good. And the restaurant overall is a great atmosphere, great ambiance, really great for family or for a date night with your wife or husband. The other is another Noah Cana, the new one on the marina. My wife and I did our first date there not long ago, and the food and ambiance is amazing. I've heard some folks that visited it early on that it took a while and the food wasn't that great. I think they've gotten their act together as they've grown. Most restaurants when they first open struggle. So I'll give them a shout out. They're a good honorable mention spot inside of Cana. Boy, there are so many others, and there's probably a ton that you're thinking of. Drop them down below. What are your favorites across all these categories? I'm a pizza snob. I'm from New York, which is the only place pizza is actually good. And for a New Yorker, pizza is a food group. In fact, if you look at the pyramid, that bad pyramid of food, what's on there? Grains, tomatoes, cheese, pizza. Let's ignore that the pyramid is garbage, but you get the point. I get personally offended when other cities try to put their city name in front of pizza. It's like people who ask when I say skiing, you mean snow skiing? That's skiing. Water skiing is the other skiing. You say water skiing. Snow ski, it's skiing. Same thing for pizza. There's pizza and there's whatever else other cities make. Chicago, don't even get me started with your souffle, this deep dish pizza. Just because you take a circle and cut it into wedges doesn't make it a pizza. It's tasty, but it ain't pizza. Detroit does their pizza with squares. We call that Sicilian. It's the only acceptable precursor to pizza. Square, thick pizza. Sicilian. Detroit decided to adopt it. Oh, we got Detroit style pizza. Frickin' ripoff. And I lived there for a while too. All of that said, my final place combines a couple of keys for me. First off, when you walk in, there's a sign on the wall that says, life is too short, eat dessert first. Already, you're in an 8 out of 10 before I taste one thing in your establishment. Then, the chef is like a nut job when it comes to making the bread and the yeast, and he ages it for a certain amount of time, like down to the finest detail of food quality. Then on top of that, he's not holding anything back. This is not a place, my number one spot for you to go to be healthy. Not at all. Quite the opposite. You go there to die of pleasure and maybe some artery clogging, maybe. But the thoughtfulness behind each and every layer of food at this place, the taste, the uniqueness of the environment, the uniqueness of the food menu, of the palate. And it's the one place I've ever eaten that I can honestly say matches the quality of the entree with the quality of their desserts. They're all top notch, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg to go to it. Just a reminder to subscribe so you can get more of what I'm about to show you as I make videos through 2025. And then allow me to present to you the one spot you must visit in 2025 in Santo Domingo, in the Piantini neighborhood. Let me get a drum roll. It's Detroit pizza, baby. Check this out.
Republic has it all. I moved here from Michigan, and I never expected to come into Santo Domingo one day and see this. Detroit pizza in the Dominican Republic. I had to film an episode of Grub with Gruber here. Let's go check it out.
This spot had me with this sign on the wall. Life is short, eat your dessert first. I couldn't agree more. But we started with some crazy food. Check this out. These are called corn ribs. And we wolfed down this like fried cheese log. Incredible. Then the Maria 2.0, which may have been the best pizza I've had in the Dominican Republic. Follow that up with a burger pizza and a taco pizza. Heads up, you only did half and half for me. You can't order it that way. But get both, you won't regret it. Then came one of 4 desserts we tried. This cookie with ice cream. Ay, Dios mío. Share this one, folks. You gotta go check this place out.
That was incredible. I tagged them so they're on this Real Detroit Pizza right now. And tune into Grub with Gruber over on YouTube to see the whole layout, everything we ate here at Detroit Pizza any day.